Do tell us why we are seeing the sharp spike in the number of cases reported in the national capital. And of course, unlocking was one of the prime triggers ever since we have seen this growth rate of about 238%. Now, here's a ground report from the city of Kolkata, where private hospitals have started home care packages for the asymptomatic patients being treated at their home and residential areas. Here is a report.
Mild symptomatic and asymptomatic patients in Kolkata can now enjoy the services provided by the hospitals at the comfort of their homes. I am here at AMRI Hospital in Kolkata, where I have Rupak Barua with me, who will explain me what sort of home packages are they providing.
So the package is for 15 days, the home isolation care. Patient will, once we get the report positive, the patient can register with us, AMRI Hospital, and then the patient will be at home. The whole package is through virtual package. The whole is your through video calling. These are the home care kit, which is minimum is required to monitor the patient. So there is a BP machine, is a digital BP machine, because usually you will find there is a people they don't keep this kind of an equipment. So that's why we have created this home isolation care kit. There is a pulse oximeter, which will take care of the oxygen saturation. There is a digital thermometer, and rest of all the protection gears like your sanitizer, gloves, N95 mask.
All right, so that was a report from the city of Kolkata. Let's talk about how the two worst affected cities are doing, Delhi and Mumbai. Now, the national capital, which was the second worst hit city in terms of coronavirus caseload and fatalities, it has overtaken Mumbai after the number of cases soared by 3,788 in a single day to cross 70,000 mark. Mumbai, on the other hand, has so far recorded 69,625 cases. As part of the Delhi government's revised COVID-19 response plan, a house-to-house screening will be completed by 30th of June in containment zones, and for the rest of the city by the 6th of July in what is billed as a mammoth exercise. Chief Minister Kejriwal also requested the centre to withdraw the new system requiring patients to report to the COVID care centres, an issue on which the LG and the Aam Aadmi Party government have been on complete loggerheads and disagreement. Now, in Mumbai, after successfully flattening the curve, especially in the slum area of Dharavi, which is one of the most densely populated area, that area is one of the examples as to how you can curb the spread of the virus. The BMC is planning now to shift its focus on city's 6 wards to beat the curve. Overall, Mumbai has more active cases and fatalities than Delhi, which is also conducting more tests than Mumbai and also has far relaxed guidelines when it comes to discharge of the patients. Radhika Ramaswamy, Rupashri Nanda, both reporting from the city of Mumbai and Delhi. And I want to come to you, Rupashri, first to start the conversation. Delhi is reporting high number of cases. The rate of growth is also quite high. But the testing has also been very aggressive if we talk about the national capital. Talk about the testing bit compared to Mumbai. And secondly, what happens to that contentious order of LG, the latest one in which the government versus LG turf is going on?
Yes, Anusha. In fact, after the 14th of June meeting that happened with Home Minister Amit Shah, where he had said that in Delhi the testing is going to be ramped up aggressively, and that is exactly what has happened. Yesterday, for instance, Delhi tested a record high number of 19,058, and the day before that also Delhi has tested 14,000 plus and 16,000 plus people. So when you compare the testing figures in Delhi to that of Mumbai, then Delhi definitely today is testing 3 times more than Mumbai is testing. In terms of tests per million also, Delhi is fast catching up with Mumbai. And that is one of the reasons why Delhi is also seeing a spike in the numbers, especially over the past 6 days. Now, if you look at the past 6 days also, for all the 6 days except for the 22nd, Delhi has reported 3,000 plus cases. And on 3 particular days, Delhi has actually reported higher number of recoveries compared to the number of positive cases cases detected, even though the positive cases detected were also high. Now remember, these recoveries are also coming on the back of relaxed norms for the same.
Yes.
But if there is any hope for Delhi, it is essentially coming from the higher recovery rate that the capital has witnessed over the past 1 week. And even yesterday with 1,224 recoveries, Delhi has actually, in terms of total recoveries, the numbers are more than half the total number of positive cases. As far as the contention between the elected government and the Lieutenant Governor's office is concerned, now the standoff continues as of today. It is the third day that since the Deputy Chief Minister and Chief Minister have made their disagreement with that policy very clear. But the Lieutenant Governor's office or the Home Ministry's office definitely does not seem to be having a rethink over it. So even as of today, people when they test positive have to report at a COVID care center, and only then referred to either a COVID care center or home isolation or a hospital depending upon their symptoms. And as of today, nearly 15,000 people are in home isolation. As far as availability of beds is concerned, now if you look at the Delhi government's health bulletin, more than 7,200 beds are still available in the hospitals, and more than 4,300 beds available in COVID care centers. And we are not talking about the COVID care centers that will be up and running by the end of this week. The major one coming up at Chhatarpur in the Radha Swami Satsang Beas, and the other one that the Chief Minister inspected yesterday, another 100-bedded facility that is going to be attached to the LNJP hospital. So those are the facts on the ground in terms of preparedness. Now, as far as testing is concerned, Delhi is extremely ambitious, and the Sero surveys in Delhi also will start from the 27th of this month. Once the results for those surveys come in, only then we'll know about the extent of the spread in Delhi. But right now, both rapid antigen testing is on and RT-PCR tests are also on. Apart from that, Delhi government has been asked to give a fresh containment strategy. As of today, there are 266 containment zones, and by tomorrow, the government is expected to, be ready with another plan to see what exactly failed in the earlier containment strategies and what may work now. So with renewed focus, and especially with a consistent command and control now, we do expect that the situation in Delhi will be brought under control. And as talking in terms of availability of beds, and also in terms of testing, things seem to be much better this week compared to, say, last week.
Well, let's hope that, Rupashri, that that the Delhi government is able to control that, because the growth rate is very troubling, even when you compare that to Mumbai. Radhika, why don't you give us an overview, the latest things which are being planned in the city of Mumbai? Dharavi is a successful model that is being talked about across the country. It was a very tough challenge before the BMC to control the spread of the virus in a slum area like Dharavi. Now they are planning to implement that model in different other clusters which are affected by COVID-19.
That's right. Dharavi model is a successful one, something that's been lauded across the country. And, as far as Dharavi model is concerned, we should also remember that the demographics of Dharavi is different. So, to replicate that model in, say, a North Mumbai may not be as feasible or as easy because it's going to be challenging. Of course, Dharavi model was also challenging to implement, especially in the beginning. Now, when you look at North Mumbai, where, the BMC wants to implement the model, of course, it wants to, door-to-door screening, which was done in Dharavi on a very large scale. Almost 6 lakh people out of that 8.5 lakh population were screened, is what the BMC had been telling us. And also the fact that there were fever clinics, mobile dispensaries, and thousands of workers working on an everyday basis, especially in the crowded slum clusters. Now, if you look at North region, for instance, where the number of cases are increasing, it's emerging as the next big hotspot. If you see the demographics is mixed, the population is mixed. You have bigger societies, you have high rises, and of course you have slum clusters as well. The fact remains that most of these cases are coming from the slum clusters, but now it has also gone back to high rises and housing societies from where cases are coming in North region as well. So how will they implement in that mixed demographics is something that the BMC is looking at. But yes, it wants to replicate that model simply because it has become successful. Now we are looking at single digits in Dharavi in a couple of in the last few days. Yesterday just 10 cases, before that just 5 cases, and this is a place where the number of cases on an everyday basis was 80 to 100 last month.
Yeah.
So you know, it is a successful model considering the way they tested, the way they screened, the way they quarantined. Yes, they would want to implement that in other areas of the city, but we'll have to wait and see how successful it will be to implement it in different demographics in the city of Mumbai.
And you're right, Radhika, when you say that the model will have to be tweaked according to the demographic and the situation of a particular ward or a locality. Radhika and Rupashri getting us all the very important details. Some latest news coming in from Karnataka.